Speaking of notes, who would like to do the recap?
I mean, do we? Are we still missing? Oh, there they are.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was waiting for.
I'm here. Sorry I'm late.
All good.
You're 2 minutes late. We're going to be taking points away for that. I'm sorry.
You get the anti-inspiration.
So for a recap, I'll do it. So we found a crack in the ground. That's where the old village of Odd was.
Crack.
Yep. And we went to a spot and we pulled out the amulet because it started glowing. We used the amulet and the amulet started twisting and shifting and it aligned itself to us, and all of a sudden we were somewhere else and we weren't ourselves. Star got knocked out by a concussive force of some sort, which was funny. Well, because all of the rest of us did not, which was also funny.
Y'all made saves.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. It's just nice to see him finally knock down a peg. I'm joking, of course. We ended up in Odd, but back when it was still active, when there were people around. Seemed to have been sent back in time, rather in a mystical way or as an illusion. We met while we were there. We met Percy's character, whose name
Fable.
I didn't. Fable. Yep, that's the one. All I have in my notes is he's a moon believer, and he was looking for the Bright Brothers, and he found the Bright Brothers, but at the wrong point in the timeline. But still, he got information from them that he wanted, so now he knows where to find what he's looking for. We went to a petting zoo. Some of us listened to stories from a shapeshifter. Some of us, were hanging out with a unicorn. It was a good time. We met the dwarf who gave us all gifts, including an awakened shrub, which was given to Star, which Star then befriended and set free, I believe. We then heard commotion, and a cake had been stolen, so we decided we were going to follow up on that, because, we're adventuring types. We got to go follow up on someone stealing cake, because, that's just not cool. And there was a
lie.
well, if it is a lie, then it's quite simple. We burned down the town and we set it to its state that we found it in. Very easy. Of course, we will fail because there was a guy with some sort of dragon just hanging out, which means he's obviously stronger than us. So that's just how it's going to be. But we followed the tracks. We found while we were walking through the woods, we found Star found the Bright Brothers hiding in a bush, and a bunch of goblins found us, and they really thought they were being sneaky when coming up to us, but we may have reverse ambushed them and killed them. So goblins dead. We asked them some questions. Turns out that they were going to try and bring us back to an ogre, and they were going to have us for dinner, but not have us over for dinner. But that's not what they said. But we kind of read between the lines there. So now we just we got to keep going to find the ogre Clonker, because we got to go get the cake back.
Okay.
I think was that good? Did I miss anything?
Don't think
I'm
so.
going to be honest. Last session, I do not have a ton of memories of. It has been a crappy time at work, and I was exhausted. So it sounded good to me.
Oh yeah, you were saying this last week, and this isn't even. I didn't make a note of this. I just remember this. Isn't your work doing like a lot of layoffs?
We lost 72 people on Friday.
Well, why didn't you find them?
Because I'm not allowed to find them.
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
It was so bad, I took to having to read the nice comments that people sent me in Trump's voice, or I would sob. Well, I was working with my friend, and she's like, oh, what did that person say to you? And if I wanted to repeat it, I had to say it in Trump's voice, because if I said it in my own voice, it just reminded me how sad I was.
Oh,
But
sorry.
everything sounds worse when you're doing it in Donald Trump's voice. Even nice things.
That is true. He does have a tendency to make everything sound sarcastic.
Yes.
Huge.
So, the one thing that we forgot to mention that we I realized in the last session was that Trauman is just in the middle of going through the Truman Show.
What?
What?
Do you not remember that?
No.
You mentioned it, and I remember the Truman Show being mentioned.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I just.
never mind.
Oh wait, no, I remember. It's because I like turned left and started talking to someone else, and you were confused, or was that?
Yeah, because you started talking to the voice from the mirror for a couple minutes, and we just kind of blankly stared at you for a minute. Went, ah, yes, it's the hallucinations again.
Oh no, they're back.
When they haven't left.
The
Oh,
hallucinations
and I
are
did-
always
There was a
there.
whole thing. There was a whole thing about it. I can't remember exactly what it was about, but yeah.
Well, and I bit someone.
Anyway.
Well, Ron bit someone. It was fine. It was just a nibble.
Tremont biting someone seems not out of the realm of normal behavior for him.
Yeah.
It was just a nibble.
Teensy beansy bite.
Just getting a little
it
bit
was
of
a-
sip.
Yeah, it was okay. It was a goblin. It tasted terrible. I regret it really, but you know, sometimes you got to do. I mean, I didn't have to, but I kind of felt like I did. So you know, it's fine.
I'm sure Dracula said the same thing.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not at all trying to emulate Dracula here. Okay, there's a different vampire I'm trying to emulate.
Are you pulling what we do in the shadows?
No, absolutely not. I'm not even really trying to emulate a vampire. That was just a joke. It's just whenever someone says Dracula to me, I just remember Alucard from Hellsing Abridged, and I just think, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty good. All right. So, any questions before we resume?
I mean, I don't got none.
I can't think of any off the top of my head.
All right.
Hey, you can't think.
I'll be real, guys. I did not prep anything extra for the session today. So, we'll see how we do.
So session ending a little early because the DM has run out of prep. Not a bad thing. You are the DM. We're not paying you. You are doing this out of the power of imagination and joy and friendship and maybe a little bit emotionally damaging us. So
You may have misunderstood. If I go
thought
off
the last-
script, that's just fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Also, I thought that last point was like the main reason I'm here. To be completely honest, is because Sam just proceeds to mentally damage me with the moon in some way, shape, or form at least 6 times a session.
Specifically, Star, your character.
Yay! Hasn't happened yet. Give it a minute.
So-
now I get emotionally damaged instead of what I've been doing all day, which is emotionally damaging someone else. That sounded mean. I was out shopping with my partner, who is moving out from living with his parents for the first time and is now realizing how much things cost.
Yeah. Shit's expensive.
So-
Me buying alcohol for the first time.
Oh, beautiful. What are you guys doing?
So,
Goblin corpses
If
are
I'm-
cooling?
remembering correctly, the exact last thing we did was interrogate the absolute shit out of a goblin, and then I believe you ate it on the floor just casually.
Spit,
Wow.
not ate.
Nibbled on until it expired, while Finn essentially held it
he
down.
lived. No, he lived. He ran off.
Yeah, he did run off. My bad. I see that bottom left counter that doesn't have an X on it. You're right.
He's being followed by the Bright Brothers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot they were gonna torment him for the rest of his. I don't know. Past. I don't fucking know, man. And I believe we were given the direction towards where the ogre's shack was.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume if no one else has anything specific to do, that we should head towards the shack.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, out of curiosity, do you guys have a plan?
Now, why would we need a plan for a dinner party? We've been invited. Done. Sorry.
I do have a question. What was I suddenly had this blank moment where I couldn't think of my character's name. This is the day I'm having.
Fick.
Fair.
Vic. Right.
Where is
Vic.
your character sheet? Oh, there it is.
I have one on my iPad that I use. So that one doesn't have anything on it. I didn't know I had to. I can. I have not.
Does it have... We just need a token for you.
Oh. I don't have one.
I put my token back on there even though you did because I can't interact with that one.
Yeah, because I was looking for the fourth person's, and I hadn't set permissions yet.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good. Controlled by... Star is controlled by Star.
Oh, I'm very big.
That's because
I'm
that's
not that big.
that's the default.
The hallucinations are back.
Bible.
The ogre is here. It's time to run.
The urge to just go through and uncheck Tremont's ability to move his token is real. Alright. So you're walking?
Coming in here, checking my privileges. Damn.
Yeah, pretty much.
Out of curiosity, just because I'm really sorry that I ditched last time, but I had a headache that would not quit. What did Thick do while you guys were fighting goblins?
You were listening to a shapeshifter storyteller.
Excellent.
Mm.
And then I just caught up with you guys while...
Yeah, I think you're just vibing, to be completely honest. That was about it while we,
100% you were just vibing.
I love that for me. Did Finn go to get help? Because obviously Finn is not here.
So Finn went back to find you.
Okay.
And you
And we did
guys,
the thing where we, like...
you completely missed each other through the woods.
How dare we?
Alright. Hold on. Let me stop eating popcorn and pull this up.
I'm eating bagels.
Hmm.
I'm eating a Pepsi, can and all.
A cant of
If we don't
Coke.
hear, hey, if we don't hear that the crunch of that can, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna call bullshit.
You
I'm
should
not
know
one
this
to
right
tell
now. He's
people
gonna take it down whole without even opening the damn thing.
Unhinge his jaw.
I will say, I'm not one to tell people what to eat, but foods that you should not eat include the cans from cola, and, like, expired food, and, like, food that you're allergic to. Other than that, eat what you want. But cans
Don't you
and
just
wrappers, definitely.
don't you just sometimes say fuck it and eat it with the shell on though?
Okay, boomer.
Alright.
When you're allergic to aluminum, the can's expired. You're still hungry.
Tremon, if you don't have inspiration, you get inspiration for doing a recap.
Yeah, I got inspiration.
Then you suck! No, I'm joking. Alright.
You should have been more inspired. SMH,
Oh,
dude.
wait, I gotta check something. Checking for backflip.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, good. As we're
Wait.
walking, Tremont finally gets a backflip.
Have we checked if Fable can do a backflip?
Yeah, Fable, can you do a backflip?
Can I do a black flip?
I'm eating popcorn.
Either or, really.
What am I doing again?
A backflip.
What check?
Acrobatics.
Let's see.
No.
Fable, you can actually cheat and automatically succeed at this.
I forget. You can fly, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh. I fly.
Bullshit.
Okay.
Amazing.
No, I legitimately try to do it. I'm
Oh.
not bullshitting this, so I try it.
Okay.
And that's what happens.
You
I
don't.
fail.
You don't stick the landing.
No.
It's a little rough. Not nearly bad enough to cause you damage, though.
Mm.
Okay.
So okay, but for a plan, do we how much do we believe that Clonker is just a good ogre who just wanted some cake for his birthday? Because I mean, I'm inclined to believe it, really. I don't trust the goblins, but I kind of trust like the townsfolk just being like, oh, he's a good ogre. He's not that bad.
So, morbid curiosity, because I don't think I've checked yet. So we are essentially we have an overlay of a person on top of us. Yes.
Yes.
Do we have pockets?
Yes.
Do I have anything in my air quotes pockets?
How are you going to check?
I'm going to attempt to manipulate my hand into the pocket of where my pocket should be, and essentially try to scoop out anything inside of said pocket.
Alright. I need you to make me a spellcaster check. Which is a d20 plus your spellcaster stat modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so my spellcasting modifier, which I believe is just my wisdom score, and then so just my spell attack then?
Yeah.
Yeah, so d20 plus 7. Yeah, give me a moment.
Interesting. Let me check my chart. You produce a handful of gray dust.
Fuck.
It's got a kind of silken feel to it.
I can feel the past dust. Interesting. Very good. Okay. It
As
would seem
you-
that
As you let it drop, you notice it hits the ground, and it shifts and rearranges itself until it's more grass.
Weird.
Got instant grass. Damn.
Like on the road that was not grass, like to my left, or just into the grass?
Well, you're standing on a mostly grass block, so I assumed into
Fair.
the grass. If you do it over the
Gotcha.
dirt, it matches what it has been, what it has escaped your fingers and touched.
I just wait a minute. Okay, so hold on a moment. I'm going. Okay, well, first of all, are there windows?
Oh, you want a
On this
description of the
house?
place now? All right.
Yes.
A huge.
I got distracted. My apologies.
It's all good. A huge lopsided wooden cottage stands before you. The door is large enough for two adults standing on each other's shoulders to walk in, and wide enough for a cow. The house is in terrible disrepair and looks like it could fall down at any moment. A beaten-up old wagon leans against a rock near a door. The trees outside of the cottage are lined with brightly colored streamers and balloons. A box of party hats sits near the giant door. One large tree has a terribly drawn picture of an ogre eating a giant cake on its trunk.
So, are we going in?
I would like to reiterate a question because I didn't. I think you might have said it, and I'm just brain dead.
There are no
Yeah,
windows.
Okay, thank you. Alright. I'm going to wander over to the cart just real quick.
Mhm.
And I'm going to... my bad. On one of the carts, I'm going to take some of the dust and just drop it on top of the cart. And I want to see if it straight up just becomes wood, or if it becomes, if it just settles into the cart.
Alright, so you're digging into your pocket again?
Yes.
Make me another... Sure, we'll call it spell attack.
That scares me.
Tremon, you're a wizard of a very interesting type. I want you... You know what? All of you could get this. I want all of you to make me either an arcana, an insight, or a perception. You can choose one. You'll get different information depending on what you do. I'm so sorry,
You
Fick.
said all of us?
Sorry?
You said all of us?
Yes.
4.
Okay, we got 1 insight, 2 arcana. Fick, what did you roll?
Arcana.
Oh, 3 arcana, 1 insight. Alright. Fick, you rolled the lowest. We'll start with you.
Magic bullshit.
You don't notice anything. For all you know,
Yeah.
this is absolutely normal.
I mean, that tracks.
Tremon. You're noticing, as Star digs into their pocket, a slight tug on your sensibilities. You don't really catch a lot of it, just a shifting, something happening. But you don't quite get it. Fable,
Yes.
you kind of catch a glimpse of some of the terrain flitting up, turning into gray dust, and then settling into the space that Star is digging this gray dust out of.
Okay.
Star, you successfully managed to produce more dust, and you sprinkle it onto this cart. And as you do, similar to the others, you see that there is something going on with the ground you're standing on as you produce this dust. For you specifically, because you rolled a 25, this is all connected somehow. The illusions you're wearing, if illusions they be, the terrain, all the other individuals here, except for the party that you brought with you, they're all connected somehow. There is something going on with this. Almost like it's alive. Or if not alive, self-adjusting and or aware.
Star just kind of turns around, looks at you all, blinks a couple times, just looks back at the ground. Kind of not like a panic, but just a realization thing. It just kind of meanders back over to where they were. Just like, well, we don't have any gifts for the party. Any other ideas?
I have a tiny dragon I could give.
I do have a tiny dragon. We could give one of them.
You want to give them something sentient?
I thought
Mine
it was
is
the toy.
clockwork. It's
Oh,
a
okay.
toy.
We use like a
No,
tiny
I would not
dragon.
give
You know how things work.
Have you did your parents never tell you never to give a pet as a present? It's the worst idea.
I have the best parents.
Sorry.
Don't you dare question them. And you
Sorry.
see Vic's face kind of get a little. You have not seen her any. Well, more. I just met Fable, but for Tremont and Star, you guys have never seen her look anything but just kind of chill or happy, and that comment made her mad. But then it's back to normal.
Okay. Sorry, what did you? What was your reply?
I had the best parents. Don't you dare question them.
Hey. Fable just throws her hands up. He says, "Hey, I'm just saying. It's the worst idea ever. I would never do it."
And that's true. I mean, yeah. Although, a mimic as a present for your enemy, that's a good idea.
Oh,
bad idea for
absolutely.
anyone you like.
Actually, I have heard tales of a group of people who kept adopting mimics. Apparently, it was a very good strategy.
Yes, I heard about that too. Didn't they have a really weird boat?
I heard it in passing. And I'm not even sure I heard. And I'm not even sure the person I heard it.
Name it Bucket. Why? To confuse people. It's a chest, but it's named Bucket. I love it. And she's back to normal.
A chill runs down Fable's spine.
Alright, so we have a gift. We can give the Clockwork Dragon as a gift. We will need to put on the party hats, of course.
You all hear, Bucket sounds familiar, but it's sourceless. No direction.
Don't do this to me.
We all hear that?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Oh no.
Just to be clear, I had no idea what that was. A mimic named Bucket is actually a reference to the campaign that I run.
You're correct. It's also a goblin named Bucket is a reference to the previous campaign in Liestar.
Okay, I did not know that.
Oh yeah. I thought it was something different. I thought there was a different something I thought there was a different bucket-related goblin.
I learned about an exploit in my character's class, and I did unspeakable things to a goblin in a bucket.
And then when it turned out it
My
didn't
character
work, they decided to possibly kill the goblin. And I went, be free, goblin.
And then the goblin became a vengeance paladin.
And forgave Percy so goddamn hard.
I forgive you, man.
It was... Okay.
Yes, you all heard that.
Oh no.
Sourceless.
Was that in my head? Guys, was that in my head? Did you guys hear that?
No.
No, it was
It
just
was
one of my
not.
hallucinations.
It wasn't. Oh, I have words for that man later when we get back.
What man?
What man?
The person we got the amulet from.
What amulet?
Oh, yeah.
Long story short, it's how this entire thing is happening, Fable.
Okay.
Anyways, let's
I'll
go.
show you later. It goes great with my whole ensemble.
Me just sitting here with a shit-eating grin.
Let's go grab a party hat, I guess. I'm assuming we're going in peacefully.
For my notes, DM, what did you say exactly?
Bucket. That name's familiar. I think I remember them. Or something along those lines.
Okay. Thank you.
Alright, so you guys get to the door. You hear, or at least, who wants, are you, if you have a passive perception of 15 or better, say hi.
So,
Hello.
Alright, you
Hello.
guys hear someone very quietly, sadly singing happy birthday. To himself.
Oh no. Okay.
I grab a fucking party hat, and I don't think I can open this door by myself, so I turn to Trauma on with my party hat now on, and I nod as we, like the look of understanding towards us.
Vermont also puts a party hat on, but it's on top of his wizard hat, so he's now wearing 2 hats.
Very good. Wait, hold up. How does that work with the thing on top that is covering you?
It's just the cone is on the cone.
Well, yes, but does your child form also have a wizard head?
Yes.
Got it.
I will be taking no question.
And I'm going to attempt to open the door while joining in at the same-ish verse of Happy Birthday.
Alright, Beans, what are you doing?
Put the party hat on.
Okay. Are you also joining in the singing?
Yeah.
Alright.
Follow suit.
I'm also joining in the singing, and I have a party hat. But
Alright.
it's
Got
on
a
John
plan.
C. Silence.
We've got a plan. The plan is friendship.
All
I
right.
give it head pat.
Friendship
No, I
with
know
the
I
holder
don't.
is building me a friendship cannon. I think friendship.
Alright. I need you all to make performance checks.
Oh no. Oh no.
Or
Performance.
you can also earn advantage by actively singing Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday
Birthday
to you.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Blanca. Happy birthday to you.
You.
Alright,
Question,
everyone.
Can I use that song as bardic to give someone bardic inspiration?
Yeah, you
Oh, wait, I
can.
already had Bardic, and I already had. You gave me Bardic last time, and I didn't use it. I'm gonna use it on. I'm not gonna roll I'm not gonna roll again because I'm not gonna get better than 17. But I will add the D4 from Bardic Inspiration.
Isn't
I think it's a
Bardic
D6.
D8?
At
Oh,
this,
it's a D6. I was
at-
unaware.
at level 1, I believe it's a D6.
I will now roll
Okay.
a D6. I thought it was a D8.
Ooh.
Oh, cool. Cool. 23.
24.
I gotta put my popcorn down for this. Y'all did really good.
We're carrying Fable through it. Wait, didn't Fable also get?
what's that again?
Didn't you also get advantage? So don't you
Yeah.
get to roll again?
Roll again. Percy. There you go. That's slightly better.
I have a +6.
Oh wait, shit. Plus, I forgot because this, it doesn't matter anymore because I technically would have used it earlier. Never mind.
So, this was an average that I was going to take from everybody. You guys nailed it. You did exceptionally good. Let me just... Where's the reveal tool? There's the reveal tool. Polygon reveal. Bloop, bloop. And then... layer. Token layer. You guys come in and you see... You open this door, singing. And you see this ogre who is very misshapen. Like, one side of him is bigger than the other. So he's got like one massive arm, one tiny arm, one massive leg, one tiny leg. And the big bits are all on one side, the small bits are all on the other side. So he's really lopsided. And he's got a hat on, kind of crooked. And he's sitting in front of this pile of crates with this cake. This massive cake that has icing that is going magically through a gradient of different colors. And it's got one candle, like, that you would normally find at a table, stuck into the middle. Clearly put there by Clonker. And he looks up as you guys all come in, singing. And his eyes are wide. And he is just surprised, delighted, touched, and he is now crying as he looks at you guys. He goes, "You came for Clonker's birthday?"
Can I interject for a sec?
Yes.
I'd like to cast dancing lights, and I'd like them to emanate from the candle and shoot upwards and outwards all around us. in
100%.
Multiple different colors.
Fantastic.
If possible, I'd like them to mimic the hues that are going with the cake.
Done
Like
and done.
match them.
Easy. Beautiful. Breezy, beautiful cover girl.
Awesome.
Yeah. And he just sits there happy crying for a moment.
Happy birthday, Clonker. I had the wrong accent.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
8-year-old with the fucking smokers. Happy birthday, Clonker.
Happy
birthday,
Clonker. Would you like your birthday present?
You brought presents for Clonker?
Yes, we did. I apologize. I did not have any wrapping paper. So I'm gonna have to ask you to close your eyes and hold your hands out.
He does. You guys did so well on your performances. He is essentially charmed by the party.
Oh my god, what? I could do so many things right now.
Yeah,
We
you
are
could.
The plan is friendship. Stick
Okay,
to
should
the
I just
plan.
give him the present?
I mean, we can give him mine if you don't want to give yours up.
No, I'm totally fine giving him mine.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to hand it to him with the dragon's face facing him.
Okay. He stays very still, doesn't open his eyes.
And I say,
Okay, you can open your eyes now.
He does. And he looks
actually,
down. Oh, go ahead.
There.
There you go. He looks awestruck, in wonder at this little dragon in his hand. And it's his big hand. So he cradles it close and takes his little hand and he pets it very, very gently. And starts crying
Fable.
all over again.
Fable looks confused for a quick second, and he asks,
Have you ever had a wind-up toy before? Do you know how to use that?
No.
Oh, okay. So, do you see the little wings on the back here? Not the flappy wings, but the wing that turns.
Mm.
The little silver one.
Mm.
So turn that counterclockwise, whichever way you hear little clicking sounds. Turn that a couple times.
Okay. He holds it up to his ear, starts turning the little wings. And then he startles a little bit because it was initially aimed like at him, face first.
Mm-hmm.
But he fumbles it for a little bit and manages to turn it. And it heads this way. No, no. Give me my ruler tool, bruh.
Bruh.
It goes this way. And bumps
We don't
into
see
the
it.
table. Oh. Why do you not see that? Says broadcast to others. It goes towards the
Okay,
table.
There it is. Yep.
And it bumps into it. And he's just delighted. There is pure joy on this sad, lonely ogre's face. He claps.
I clap with him.
This
Nice
best,
There you go. Happy birthday.
best birthday of Clonker's life.
We're very happy for you, Clonker.
Clonker has cake. Oh! And he points towards it. Goes, you want cake?
I would love to try some cake, Clonka. What kind is it?
He looks at it. Looks a little confused for a moment and then goes, you're cake. You're pretty.
That's much better than meat cake.
Oh boy, what flavor? Pie flavor.
He has an intelligence of 4, sadly.
Okay.
That's only 2 less than Dum Dum Dirt Man.
I hate the fact that he is one above being a fucking creature. Because I
I
think
would
like
love-
most like non-sentient creatures are at a 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'd like to, or I'm just gonna ask him.
Have you had some of the cake yet?
No, Clonker was counting and singing as many times as Clonker has been, and he pauses. He looks confused for a moment and goes, years Clonker alive.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
More do you have left?
This
sing.
many. And he holds up 2 thumbs.
Well, do you need people to sing with you?
Mm-mm. Singing done now.
Okay.
Cake time.
Okay. Okay. Where did you get the cake?
Oh. Clonker went into town and there was cake.
I see. On the ground?
In wagon. Clonker was so happy 'cause there were also Conker's birthday party decorations, and points around, even though he probably wouldn't actually use the word decorations, but you know. He goes,
Animations.
they remember Conker's birthday.
I see.
So I know the Bright brothers. So I have a feeling that I possibly may know a little bit about ogres. Do I know about their possibly what am I asking? Can I make a history check to know if ogres understand what like personal possessions are, what that concept is?
Okay. I will say yes.
Okay.
You're looking... Oh, that's perfect. Alright, so you know, ogres are usually fueled by their avaricious nature and have notoriously quick tempers. So they don't usually trust all that well, but they're very possessive about their treasure.
Okay.
They'll also
So
eat anything.
okay. So I say, I'm gonna approach this gently. I'm gonna say,
Clonka, were you expecting a cake there?
No, must have been surprised for Conker.
I see. Well, funny you should say that, Clonka. And I'm not saying this to make you feel bad or anything like that. But that cake was a surprise treasure for a 6-year-old there in town who happened to have a birthday on the same day you did. And now that 6-year-old doesn't have a birthday cake.
He looks a little confused.
That was meant for a for a kid's birthday party, Clonka.
I believe what Fable is trying to say is that it was a surprise for you and another person whose birthday it also was.
Alright, okay, we have one story being woven, and now we have an augmentation to that one story. Fable, are you going to switch tracks and support this both birthday parties story, or are you sticking with your single person story?
I don't. If I'm being honest, I kind of want to befriend this ogre a little more, and I see flour in the back there, and I want to know if there's also sugar and possibly other ingredients to bake a cake.
Okay, then I will say, Tramon, roll me a persuasion.
Oh, that's no. I'm no.
Or
that's fucked.
deception.
Okay.
Well, yeah, this would technically be deception because it was not initially for Clonker.
I'm not getting better than that.
All right.
I just didn't want to ruin his day. I want to say it's like it's for both of them. Then we can go back to town and all have a big birthday party.
Okay.
It's all right, man. I got this.
Okay.
All right. Fable, make me I will say a perception check because you're actively looking around the place for other cake ingredients.
Okay. Loading. Perception. Not my best suit. What did I get? Oh, God.
Do you have inspiration? Because I suggest using it.
I do not. Well,
I mean,
you out of luck.
you're pretty sure that's shit in the bed. Yes.
Oh. There's not much I
Right,
can do with that.
Let me help. Brown.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. So Conquer goes.
Is that a turd?
Just for you.
Or a little bit.
Damn it.
Well, Clonker, you've been eating all right. Never mind.
Conquer goes. Sorry, Clonker goes. For cake for Clonker and someone?
Yeah.
Well, Clonker, wasn't it kind of sad being here all by yourself? The entire point was that we had everyone there. A whole bunch of people to sing happy birthday.
And he brightens and
Indeed.
perks up a little bit at that. Goes, oh. Then,
That's why we came, is we were worried.
Everybody was confused when you didn't show up.
oh.
And they didn't know what happened to the cake, and they thought you'd be sad, and then the other people were sad. But, I mean, it seems like everything's okay, because you have the cake here.
Oh. He looks
I
at the
would
cake.
like.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I would like to go over to. Who looks like the fastest between these
Me?
two?
I'm probably the fastest.
Okay, I'm probably going to turn to you, and I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to whisper so that the ogre can't hear me. And I'm going to say,
Do you know where the party is?
And she just kind of slight nod.
Can you go warn them that there might be an ogre on the way there?
And Pick goes, I'm just gonna go outside and see what's going on. And then I leave and I'm gonna run back to the party and warn them.
You will get there first.
Okay.
We'll deal with that in a bit. In the meantime, we're going to move your token.
However, if this turns into a fight, y'all just fucked yourselves.
We're going to move your
Depends on how
token
you
down
word it when you depends on how you word it when you get there.
here. All right. It will be about an hour and a half for you to return to town.
Fair.
Conquer is looking at the cake, squinting, looking at the box of decorations. You can see the gears of his mind, even though they've been ground down to basically just smooth wheels trying to get traction. There is a bit of movement there. And he goes, it would be sad if no one else sang for Conquered birthday.
Well, they're all waiting for you. Why don't we go? We'll take you there.
but if they're all scary and small.
That's
Well-
okay. All there to celebrate for you, just for you.
Okay.
I know it's scary to meet new people, Clonker, but you can't. You won't ever experience new things if you stay inside your comfort zone.
Okay. And he will scoop the cake up with his giant hand. Haul himself up to
Oh,
his
be
feet.
careful.
And he's like, he looks at the cake for a moment and he's drooling a little bit. And you can tell he really wants to just eat the cake. But he is also, as I said, essentially under the charm condition for you guys, so he's very malleable. He goes, okay.
All right.
Yeah, we bring him to the party.
Alright.
We take it a bit slow though, like so we know for a fact that she'll get there before us.
Okay.
Mhm.
You guys leaving the decorations, the hats, anything?
I was going to say, should we put all the decorations on the cart with the cakes? That way we can bring it all there.
Indeed.
Okay.
Trauman, you and
Wait, what's his name again?
Star.
I'm gone.
Conker seems like
we're
he's
gonna load
willing.
up the cart.
Clonker seems like he's willing to pull the cart.
Okay.
Because he's big and strong.
Okay. On our way there, I'm gonna lag behind and I'm gonna motion for the guys to come with me.
Okay, so you're letting Clonker go a bit ahead of you?
Yeah. Just out of
Okay.
earshot.
Alright.
And I'm gonna say,
So, I know he's our friend, but he has caused a lot of havoc here in town.
Oh, we're gonna kill like 12 children probably in this ensuing chaos.
Okay.
He stole a single cake, and everyone there seemed to have no problem with him. Well, at least the parent and the person who had the cake stolen from them seemed not to mind. I do not see how this could. So long as we are calm, so long as everything is explained carefully, I see that we can get out of that. We can get through this. While at the same time, Clonker might be able to live a happier life in town of Odd. The town is odd. Clonker is a bit odd.
Fair enough.
What
But
if
here
it's
I
something
think
that Clonker's scared of specifically that the kids have?
Then we will have to do our best to keep him calm and to make sure that. And look, I am not sure if this is going to work out perfectly, but I think I think it is, for his sake, we should try.
So I say we have about 3 options here. The first one, we go to this party and try to give Clonker a good time. The second one, we take Clonker to this party. He doesn't have a good time, and we try to mitigate the chaos, most likely resulting in Clonker dying. Or thirdly, we take care of him on the way there.
Meanwhile, smash cut to Clonker, who's just trundling along, pulling the cart. He's singing really badly as he goes.
beautiful.
Now, I personally enjoy a little bit of chaos and a challenge.
I am of the opinion that I think we should take him to the party and hope he has a good time. So long as Fick understands kind of what we were going for when she goes to warn the party, then this could all turn out great.
What?
You know?
Well, just really quickly, like I understand that Fick is gonna go warn the party, but what about Finn?
He'll find us. I'm not worried about it.
Well,
Where is he?
I'm more worried that they'll miss the words. They'll see the ogre in the party. Misunderstandings happen.
We are all wearing birthday party hats, and we will be singing. If he understands, then we kill him.
Okay.
How can you misunderstand a ogre in birthday hat, 3 people in birthday hat, they are all singing? How can you misunderstand it as anything else than, oh, looks like they have befriended ogre, or looks like ogre is friendly? How is it?
Ogre from behind, from the back. You can't see any of the people.
But you can
The
hear him
ogre
singing.
got scared. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The ogre got scared just recently while you walked in, and as we try to calm him down, the ogre's raising its arms in panic, and then Finn is behind the ogre at some point, not understanding the concept, and is like, the ogre is attacking. Everyone is screaming.
So you are saying that for this to occur, there would have to be a whole series of events.
Yeah, but oddly enough, I could see it happening.
Yes, but I can also see Finn but counterpoint, I can see Finn seeing us all singing with an ogre, all wearing birthday hats, and him understanding what's going on.
Yeah, but
So
the last time Finn saw something going slightly wrong and it was perfectly fine, Finn shot a dart into their arm.
look, as I
Isn't
look,
like going to warn them anyways? Or Star?
Never. It works. It works. It doesn't. It doesn't.
I was thinking of stupid things.
Don't worry about Finn.
See, I told you. It's no problem.
Did I hear that in my head?
In your head, you heard it with your ears.
Oh God.
Yeah, catch up with Clonker and start singing with Clonker.
He's singing, Kissed by a Rose on the Grey.
Kissed by a rose on
No particular reason why. All right. Fick,
Yes.
make me a survival check, please.
Uh.
This is where things can go wrong.
Nothing can go wrong.
Oh no, I'm not good at these.
Oh, hey,
15.
it didn't,
Okay.
it didn't all go wrong.
All right.
And
So you
nothing can go wrong.
and nothing else matters. Yeah, you make it perfectly fine to the village.
I was trying to chowder it. Nothing can go wrong.
So you get to the village. It's kind of interesting. You blink for a moment. And you can see the village. And it's weird. There's a weird sensation of thinness to it. Like until
Sorry, say that again?
a strange feeling of thinness.
Okay,
Like-
I thought you said thinness, and I was very confused.
I did for a second too, but then I realized what it was. I went, never mind.
And it only lasts until you get to the village. Then everything seems to solidify again around you. And you see there's people there, and there are, others still enjoying the petting zoo, though that seems to be winding down. You pass by the bakery, and you can see Rosie, with her hand still bandaged, is loading up a smaller cake, just in case, onto a little hand cart. Where are you going? Remember, you have a couple of NPCs that you can talk to.
If anyone wants to chime in with a suggestion, I would love it, just because I'm going to admit the last half of the last session has mostly exited my brain, except for the fact that we rode a unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
So Rosie is the lady who got a bit injured while Clonker was acquiring the cake. He didn't mean to do it, from what she said, but she was the one who was injured, and it seems she's a baker, so she's an option. There's also Dormund, who's the dwarf in charge of the petting zoo. And there's also, I think, the birthday girl.
I'm gonna go to Rosie.
May. Okay. Rosie sees you come up, and she goes, "Oh, The kids are back. Did you find? Where are the others? Are they okay?
They're coming back with Clonker. Or with the cake, and maybe Clonker? We're not sure. I'm not sure.
Oh.
I've run ahead to warn people that this is coming.
With Clonker in what way?
I don't know. But the plan was to get the cake back here, and if they can keep Clonker calm with Clonker. Clonker. Not Conquer like Conquer's Bad Fur Day. Clonker.
I keep doing it too. Don't worry.
Excellent.
I've just kind of given up at this point.
Haven't we all?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I had to check
So
my notes.
They're coming with the cake.
Alright. She seems skeptical, but goes, alright, well, I'm assuming this means that I don't need to rouse the guard.
Well, rouse the guard? No. Suggest the guard come here in case things go spectacularly bad? Maybe.
Alright. Well, I'm going to hold off on wheeling this cake over, so I can wheel it over at the same time as whenever Clonker gets here. And I'll go and start spreading word about the party. Would you like to come with me, or are you just going to stay here and wait for your friends, or?
I'm gonna wait for my friends.
All right. Remember, I've got cupcakes for everyone, provided the cake comes back intact.
They're going to be trying to do that. I am going to be here in case I need to throw a knife at someone. I mean a fork. I mean a spoon. I mean I'm tired and need a nap. I'm gonna sit down because I remember I'm a child.
Yeah, she gave you a kind of concerned look at the mention of throwing a knife, but lets it go. And she hikes up her skirts and hustles off into the rest of the party. And you watch as she goes from, like, adult to adult, spreading the word. And there is a bit of a concentrated force that kind of gathers up, but it's like hands not on weapons, but they're thinking about it, just in case. Alright, the rest of the party. You all make it.
So, as we enter town, I want us to be singing, like, Happy Birthday, or, like, some sort of non-threatening song as loud as possible.
I'd like to be sitting on his shoulder.
Okay. Alright.
I'm a damn small creature.
That's true. Okay.
Maybe like perched on his shoulder.
Roll performance, those of you who are singing. Again, if you would like advantage, you can also just sing Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Clunker Marie. Happy birthday to you.
Alright, you guys get advantage.
Why?
17's back to back.
Oh.
Oh, no!
Wait, can I use inspiration?
Yes, you can.
Oh God.
Okay, it's still bad, but it's not like a 0.
If the question
I have
is...
one more bardic I
yes.
have 2 more bardic inspirations.
Yes,
can I
you
use
can,
one?
yes. Please, for the love of God, use one.
I slap you on the back, Traman. Roll a d6.
Okay, alright. That ups the midline quite a bit. While they are doing this, Star, what are you doing?
So, I have a question about spell specifically.
Alright,
Oh God.
And it's about prestidigitation.
okay.
Am I able to do, albeit soundless, fireworks into the sky?
Yes.
Very good. I will be attempting to climb onto a roof.
Give me an athletics. I'm being yelled at. Hello, lady.
Is that me?
Yes.
Oops, that was with advantage, but fuck it, I'll use inspiration. Screw it.
Okay.
Okay, also, Sam, on the way here, can I have like used prestidigitation on Clonker to like clean up his clothes? Because
Absolutely.
if his bed had some shit in it, I don't want him to show up to the party like in soiled clothing.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna tap you on the shoulder and be like, "Do me, do me."
Okay, and I also do Fable.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. Yep. Everything goes surprisingly well. You all roll into town. There are soundless fireworks. Clonker has not damaged the cake beyond stuffing a giant candle into the middle. And people catch on. They have been forewarned that the ogre is coming. You guys are singing happy birthday. Some of them are a little skeptical, but they also start singing happy birthday. May, the little halfling child, is very hesitant at first. She's skeptical. She is affronted because this is her birthday. But then her parents kind of pull her aside and they convince her, no, sharing is the most important gift.
Not pissing off the big fucking ogre is more important.
And Clonker, he ends up sitting by the petting zoo. Everyone gets cake, magical or not. The whole town gathers. And they all start singing happy birthday. And Clonker looks happy. There's a tear rolling down his face. And I want you all to roll me a d20. Just a d20. This is based on luck.
Hey.
Damn!
Well, thick.
Okay, not bad. You all... Everything starts to slow a little bit. And you're all looking at Clonker. And you look at the one giant tear rolling down his face. And it slows to a stop. And it glimmers, crystalline. And it draws your focus. And those of you who got a 15 or better do not get knocked out with concussive force. Those of you who rolled 15, those of you who rolled below 15, you are stunned for one round.
Meanwhile, me on the roof? Man, that's lucky.
And for a moment, everything is black. But not in a void sort of way. In a twilight dusk, sitting in a sphere of starlight with stars scattered about around outside. Stars as in actual stars, not stars as in your cleric friend.
50 of me, just like, woo.
And all you see now is this ogre with the tear rolling down their face, frozen in time. May, the halfling, sitting beside him on a chair. They're both eating cake. And that crystalline tear shifts, shimmers, and like a kaleidoscope, a whole bunch of different possibilities spread out from where those two are sitting. You see to their left, Clonker dead in the middle of the town. May dead, laying over top of him. You see Clonker in the cottage. You see Clonker crying alone as he eats his cake sadly. You see a world where just Clonker didn't exist. and it was just May's birthday. You see that same scenario, but there's only Clonker. There was no May. And all of these infinite, slight variations of that one moment expand outward, rotate, and then condense back into Clonker sitting there with May sitting beside him, both of them enjoying cake. And that crystalline tear drifts away from his face. And Clonker and May disappear, so there's only the tear left.
Can I reach out for the tear?
Absolutely.
I would like to do so.
All right. You collect the memory shard of an event. Congratulations! You all will hit level 2 when you finish a long rest.
Ooh, we didn't explode!
Yeah.
And as you reach out and you collect this fragment, the sort of starscape dome that is settled around you, it pops abruptly, and you are in a ravine that's been widened out where the abandoned village used to be. And it's gone. It's just gone. It's just you guys in this big empty space with one trail that goes up and out.
I would like to check my bag and see if the map that was given to me is still there.
It is.
Okay. Excellent.
Those of you with a perception of 15 or better, there's like a gritty, almost silt. Or dust. Silvery dust. Gray dust. Seems to cover the floor everywhere in this little valley-ish sort of ravine.
Can I pick some up?
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
Am I still stunned?
No.
Okay, then I'm just having floor time.
Fair.
It's about a half an inch deep. You realize that as you lay down in it. It's very fine, very light. Silky to the touch, almost. Like incredibly soft sand.
Seeing as I'd most likely know this, I'm going to look around these two individuals who are playing in the sand. Is the sand moving?
It is not.
Okay. Do I recognize this sand?
Make me a history check. You gotta get an 18 or better.
Nope.
There's something familiar about it. There's something familiar about it specifically to you that kinda... You're sure you were told a story about something like this at some point. But you're not sure.
Can Tremont just collect some, like in a small bag of some sort?
Yes, you can.
You see Star doing the same right now.
Bilal, Daisy hears you.
Cool, cool.
She misses you. Anyway. My cat has an unhealthy relationship with the fish.
My cat just figured out that when the dogs ring the potty bells on the back door, we let them out. So he's apparently down there aggressively smacking the potty bells, expecting to be allowed out. Except one, he's too dumb to go outside. Two, it's too cold because we just shaved him. And three, point one is exceptionally relevant and needs to be reiterated. He spent 3 hours running away from his own ass once. He should not go outside.
Man,
Our
I'm glad.
illustrious DM has met him. He's particularly stupid.
He is. Curiously enough, Finn is still gone.
This is not ideal. We don't have adult supervision. You notice that Fick's accent has not come back.
Wait, has Fick's form changed? Does she still look like the child that she was when we were in the memory?
Yes. Yes, she does.
Yeah, the rest of you all look normal, by the way.
Fick
You
looks
see
like
that
yeah.
I still have my Victorian, London-esque look going on.
Mhm.
It's now turned into a real cigarette.
I just pull out the amulet, make sure it's still not working, like it's off.
Okay. Yeah,
And then
it's quiescent. It's not doing anything. Seems inert.
And then I look at Fick and I say, Fick, so you might want to change back. You're a child still. Just letting you know.
You're not the boss of me.
Look, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, somehow you are still a child.
No, I'm not.
Hmm?
And she just looks at you aggressively.
No, you're in the form of the child from the amulet still.
Are you sure?
Here, I hold up a mirror.
I mean, you were French before, so.
Maybe? Eh.
You know what? If it's not a problem, it's not a problem. Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, it's up to personal preference from what I can tell.
She kind of stands up and she looks at Tremont and goes, this isn't too short. And she kind of gives her head a shake, and suddenly Tremont is looking at himself.
We're doing
Another
this
version
again.
of himself, wearing Fick's clothes.
Look, friend, you do not want to be me. Do not look to your left. There is someone there.
What?
Hi.
I was not talking about him.
Fair. But I mean, you'd have to look left to see that one.
I look left. Who's to the left of?
Your pixie buddy, Fable.
Okay. Fable.
Hello.
Buenos
Why is he
dias.
such a big problem? I thought he was our. You weren't trying to murder us.
You look at Tremont and you see. You look at Tremont and you see for a fact he's not looking at Fable. He's like looking kind of like above Fable.
What are you looking at, buddy?
Probably the hallucinations again.
Oh. Tremont? I heard that hallucinations end if you get punched in the face. Do you want to try that with me?
They do not.
Are you sure?
Positive.
The
Have you been
sound,
punched in the face recently?
the sound of pained recollection.
Like,
Odds are even.
Still, it's fine. I'm sure they'll leave
Odds.
soon. I'm not worried. I'm just saying. Well, I mean, I suppose my form is fine, but just no one should go inside my head. I do not know what's in there anymore.
You keep using that word. I do not think that you means what. Oh God! Now I'm getting your accent. Nope, don't like this. She takes a step back, shakes her head, and suddenly she's back to Vic.
Sorry.
Fair. Well, I don't think we need anything else in the ruins aside from Finn, whoever Finn is.
Kind of need Finn back.
Should I just like...
It would
leave
kind
it?
of look
No.
bad if the adult, the one responsible member of this party, all of a sudden disappeared. You know, might send the wrong
I'm a
message.
member of this party.
Hmm?
Sometimes.
I mean, I don't mean just to be rude, Tremont, but I don't think you're one of the most yeah, you know what, you're right.
think
I
I'm
just,
you
I
think
just
I'm
point my fingers towards the sky and I fire an air quotes flare into the sky using prestidigitation.
Silently, this firework goes up. Presumably explodes. Nothing happens.
So Finn knows we're here. Now what?
No,
I
I do
mean-
not know.
I look
Technically-
at Fable. So
Technically,
good.
the amulet said not to worry about Finn, so I don't think we need to worry about Finn.
The amulet
Sure,
said,
no.
"Don't worry about Finn."
Well, I mean, something said it while we were in the amulet past whatever the heck, so I'm just kind of assuming it was the amulet. It could have been something
Thing about
else.
that thing that said it recognized the name Bucket.
It also said that Finn was okay and not to worry about them.
I don't know if I believe the random voice in my head.
You're
Come
not
on, you know you should.
because it's in all of our heads.
Random voices in your head, right?
It did not let me wrong. I do not see the problem.
I mean, the problem is just that it was in all of our heads, and by heads, I mean I think it was just verbal, but it also could have just been in our heads. Because, yeah, you heard it too, right, Fable?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Sorry.
It was audible, not in your heads. I will say that.
Yeah, like, from what we could tell, so. I do have something I wanted to check, though, from on top of the ravine, which might help for finding Finn.
What's that?
I just wanted to see if the landscape is the same-ish.
Maybe we send Tremont up because he can just walk on walls.
I mean, we could also just walk up the path we came.
I worry that leaving. I'm very worried about Finn.
I more meant, like, Finn could start heading back thinking that we had gone, but if we're up high, we can look down and see Finn.
True. Let's go do that.
Yeah, that was my thought.
I cannot believe when people thinking themselves, "Oh, let's send a wizard off by himself." Yes, that's never fucked anything up before. Yeah, sure. Okay.
I'm not worried you to make friends with whatever you found, and then we
You know
would
that
not
you're
see
using
you
your
again.
outdoor voice, not your indoor voice. We could hear
really?
that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I will say my indoor voice was much more polite. Outdoor? No. The one you know what? Let's just continue on.
So you guys go up the path once more in this horribly, horribly dead world. You go up.
It is almost,
Oh, go ahead.
it is almost depressing how we have just gone from verdant forest and lively town to
Plains?
Saskatchewan.
What's a Saskatchewan?
Good question.
That's a who?
In any case, yes, everything is dead and flat and boring and sad.
Yeah, it doesn't quite look like what I remember from Odd, but it did say it was from somewhere else.
I'm just saying, it is sad, you know? We just experienced such a happy day, a great birthday, cake, and then when we come back here, it is all gone, and all we have left is a sense of melancholy that this place was once alive, you know?
By the way, did any of you take any hot dogs for later?
Nope.
Nope.
Remind
Oh,
me.
wait,
Did
is
any
the
of you?
Clockwork Dragon still in, do I still have the Clockwork Dragon I got?
You do. Did any of you eat the hot dogs? I can't remember.
I ate one.
Okay. Did any of you choose to eat any cake?
No.
Yeah.
It was on the roof, so no.
Okay. Alright. Just checking. No reason.
Worried.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine.
And I just pull out the Clockwork Dragon, like, at least we will have something to remember our journey from.
It is gray.
And then
It is gunmetal gray. It had colors to it before. Now it's just gunmetal gray.
Her mom pulls it out and thinks to himself, wait a minute. Something's not right. But this is more just Herman thinking to himself, I don't think this was supposed to come with me. Well, in a way, right? Because in any case, he also he looks over to Star and says, "Hey Star, it is a good thing you left George behind."
Yeah, I kind of was curious about what happened to that, but That's kind of why I wanted to come up here, is to see if I could see where I planted George, but I realized we're in the plains, so not likely.
I'm sure he is still living a fulfilled life somewhere else.
Well, I mean, considering it was the past and a possible timeline, and probably not the timeline that happened to begin with, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Considering it was way off in the forest, there's a chance that they're just in a wall suffocating right now, and that'd make me sad. So I just stopped thinking about it.
So, back when essentially all the choices, all the different realities were converging, this was a bit ago, but thinking about it, do I get the idea just magically that maybe us going back and changing things actually changed things, considering that we pulled things out of it?
Okay. Let us examine your circumstances. What type of wizard are you again?
Time wizard. That's why I figure I should ask.
Okay. Specifically, an immense interest in chronergy magic. This is your wheelhouse.
Yes. That's kind of why I was like,
Okay. Make me an Arcana check. With advantage, because this is your wheelhouse.
25.
Okay. Drop down with me into the next chat, please.
Boy.
It's always a good time when I do that.
I'm glad I chose Time Wizard, because that's like,
Yeah.
sorry.
So, a couple of things have been happening. Ask your first question.
Okay.
Is it just, have you possibly changed things in the past? Okay.
So I guess that is my first question. I'm not currently in reality smart enough to think of any other questions that could help me until I kind of ask that, right?
Okay. When reality did a refracting rainbow of potentialities where you saw some of the different possible outcomes, you get the feeling this was less rewriting reality than it was a stage, a play, that you guys had been pulled in to be actors for. There was... You got a 25 for Arcana. There is always a chance that it could have been specifically time magic. But it didn't taste the same. You who can eat dreams. This felt like the terrain was very reactive, but only to a certain distance. There was a magic to it, like a static current through the ground, but that was centered on the amulet. This was... How do I tell you without, giving everything away? This was someone putting you through a scenario to see how you would act or react. This was a test. This was premeditated. And you guys...
Okay.
And you guys did one of a potential 8 paths, 8 outcomes.
I see. Well, that's good to know. Something was testing us, and it was speaking to us too through the amulet we got from the guy at Chuck's.
Yes, it was.
So obviously we were tested somehow by something to do with Chuck's.
Quite possibly. You got a 25. Let me look at your character sheet, see what options you have available.
I don't have much to do with time magic right now.
Yeah.
But I do know, but that is just because you have to get to like level. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's like next level or something where I actually get to go into like. But this is what I was going for.
Quick question: how do you have healing word?
Oh, so that's the fun thing. That would be due to the feat that would be due to the feat I took.
Ah, got it. You picked
Divine-
cleric.
Well, no,
Right,
here's the
right,
divine
because
con-
it's Timora.
Well, yeah, divine contact was my background, right? And and remember how I said because my background gave me a feat,
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna take that as the extra feat I got at the start because this is like the new feat, and I really want a new feat, and I wanted to use it.
Yeah.
So divine contact just straight up gives you magic initiate for cleric,
Okay.
and because I'm at Tamora in the astral plane, I figured that can work.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. All right.
I have a healing spell.
Yeah.
And also Word of Radiance, so if anything gets too close to me, the half undead fella, can just say fuck off and explode in radiant light.
Beautiful. All right, all right. Let me see what else we got here. All right. You do have some touch. You've been touched by the divine, which is perfect for this.
Literally, we shook hands. Well,
It is-
We hung.
This is the kind of stuff I would be telling Star, who is a cleric, because they are a cleric. Because you have you got your toes in the door for divine. This is fantastic. You feel like the eyes of some kind of god are upon you. It's not very strong, but it's there. You have magic. You have options. You can ignore it. You did get a 25 for your arcane.
I would not like to ignore it. I'd like to focus on this feeling.
Okay. Give me a wisdom-based spell attack, we'll say. You're not actually attacking anything, but, you know.
Oh boy. Wisdom based. Okay, well my wisdom's not bad, so that'd be a d20 plus 3 plus 2, so that's just a d20 plus 5.
Damn!
20 plus 5.
You get inspiration
good?
because you nat 20 this. Well done.
Wahoo.
It had to be you. The first round you touched the moon. The second round you touched.
No.
Okay, so you remember that figure that you saw trapped in the mirror trying to get out?
Mhm.
So, you blink as you reach for this connection. And you close your eyes and you focus. And then you open it and you're on a field of gray. And there's light filtering in through, you're not sure if it's an ash cloud that you're standing in, a fog cloud, but it's just gray everywhere. Up, down, left, right, ahead, back. But you see that same gray figure, a little bit darker than the environment around you. It's just reaction in the thing. Sorry.
I'm also just posting something in the chat so they know what my character is doing.
I'm getting a message from Star. And, yeah. You open your eyes and you see them. And they're staring at you. And they tilt their head. They look, about 5'2". As you focus on them, it's like they come into clarity. They are gray. but their clothing takes on color. Their pants are black, they're baggy, they're wearing a slightly off-white, but on the cream spectrum as opposed to the gray spectrum, kind of corsair shirt, but it's laced up properly. They've got a half cape with a clasp, kind of holding it closed at the throat. Their hair is long and smoothed back, so it just goes back and then down over the back of the cape. And their eyes are gray. And while they look passably like they are flesh and blood, their eyes have something engineered about them, like the different layers and lenses. As you watch, these lenses kind of focus and stare at you. And they tilt their head. They don't say anything.
I should assume you were the one giving us such a test. It is nice to meet you. My name is Traman.
Traman.
Yes, take the word trauma, take away the U, add an N. Actually, just flip the U upside down.
Okay.
Wait, no, that's the wrong order. I'm just looking in the chat. I also just got a message from Star that says, like, personally from Star that says, enjoy your Devourer lore and probably getting communicated with the moon. You know,
I did not expect anyone to make direct contact for like another 2 or 3 sessions. So I don't have this written out yet. I had a speech planned and prepared.
well, I mean, you should have assumed it was going to be me.
I should have. Oh man. All right. So you're looking at this individual, and they go, well, "Yes, I am testing you. I have to. I don't know who you are."
Okay. I am pretty sure I am a Dampier from a wizarding college outside of Waterdeep. And I believe I have, I believe I have a chronergy teacher who I like very well, and a graviturgy teacher who's good friends with my chronergy teacher, who they fucked up, and that we all ended up in the astral plane and drifted apart, and I ended up here.
You remind me of someone that I've forgotten.
Oh, good person?
I think so, yes. They were kind when others didn't believe in me. I think they were a wizard too.
I feel as though many wizards are much more accepting of the strangeness in life because they manipulate it for themselves.
Yes.
And a wizard with no sense of adventure and fun is no wizard at all.
Do you like
Paper pushers.
spiders?
I climb like one. I would show you, but I cannot right now. There is nothing here to climb.
They hold out a hand and the mist around you condenses along one side into a wall.
I use my feet of spider climb to just... Right now I have to have contact with all of my limbs. I do not mind spiders. I have no problem with them. They seem nice.
Interesting. Maybe it's a sign. They had a spider too. They
Oh, no.
were the first. They died. I don't remember how, but they were very kind. I think I miss them, but I don't know. And she looks confused for a moment, looks off to the side, shakes her head, and goes, "You should probably wake up now.
Hmm.
I don't
It was nice meeting you.
I don't
I
want
do
to
hope we
hurt
passed
you."
the test. May I get your name before I go, so I know who I speak to?
I don't remember it. I don't know if I had one.
Hmm.
But there's other parts of me. Parts that I'm not with anymore. Can you find them?
You. Out of character. You can't be doing this to me again, okay? What do you think you're doing?
Look, the actions of your previous wizard are the entire reason this person exists.
I know, but it's like, would you like to help me? Meanwhile, last time I was like, yes, I would love to help this thing. And it's, oh, wait a minute. As I said, my previous wizard, like, I stopped showing up after a bit because I moved here, so I don't remember what he did at the end. I just have stories, but it's like, ooh, I will, so in character, Tremon will say, if I can, I do not see why it would be a problem, so long as it does not go wrong. I don't see why I would have a problem helping you.
Okay. And they snap their fingers. You wake up. We'll go back up.
Hey, Traman, what you thinking about?
Your mother.
Hey,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
that was a little uncalled for, friend. That was a little uncalled for, friend.
I apologize. I do not know why, but you just set me up for it.
Your
Interesting.
mother set me up for it.
I could set your mother up. I got a lot of friends who'd be willing.
Whose mother are you speaking of right now?
You know, my friends are pretty easy.
Oh.
I suspect your friends might have a logistical concern in trying to fuck Tremon's mother.
They'll fuck anyone's mother, really.
I mean,
They're
you
not
said Vicky's mother.
Once they find her, can they introduce me to her? I haven't seen her.
I'm sorry, friend.
No, it is fine. I am genuinely interested in finding out what she is, who she is.
Well, I'll tell you, they like to hunt for pussy, but they're not that good at searching.
No, they see. They are. I see. So they are weak. They are cowards. I understand. Yeah,
Tremon,
probably.
do you know where babies come from?
I have read the textbook. Yes, I have an idea.
What did the textbook say?
When a wizard reaches 8th level, when a wizard reaches around 17th level, they will gain access to an 8th level spell slot. I forget which level the clone spell is.
I was like, you're about to explain mitosis, aren't you? Wizards do not procreate through mitosis.
Right. So you see, when a wizard reaches a high enough level and they gain access to their 8th level spells, they will learn the clone spell. And once they have the clone spell, they may cast the clone spell to create another version of themselves, which they put in a pot or some other type of container. And then, when that wizard dies, they are reborn as a new creature.
You know that doesn't account for where babies come from.
Sometimes the clones are babies.
I don't think that's
The clone
actually
can
how
only
that
be a baby if the wizard's the baby.
You know, sometimes wizards fuck up. What can I say? I may have been reading the wrong spell. What?
What if they're not a wizard?
Sometimes wizards. I'm not going to explain that to you.
Oh, not a wizard. I do not. Is that not how Does not everyone just have a wizard cast the clone spell for them? Is that not how it works? It is.
Pretty sure bards don't have 8th level spells.
Sound like shit spell
Whatever the
casting.
hell that
Where
is.
do you think baby rogues come from?
Oh, baby rogues are born when no one is looking and there is an unattended coin purse. Much like how rats tend to sometimes just appear in places with grain.
Did you just call me a rat?
No, no.
Did you just say that rogues are just like rats?
They are similar in a way, yes.
Roll
So-
initiative.
So you guys see Star has like stepped aside and is just vomiting. And some of it is just wet dust.
Can I roll another history check?
Sure.
Tremont, do you know what sex is?
I am a male, yes.
I look at Fable and go, I am not prepared to have this conversation with him, but someone has to. Before we run into a succubus.
Fable, maybe he just got some dust in his mouth.
Okay.
Or
Like a
they, sorry.
succubus. Why do I know the name of a succubus? Succubus. Oh, yes, I remember. Yes, my teacher said my mother must be one.
I see.
I don't know where to start with this, Fable. I need your help.
Draman, next time we go to a pub, remind me to hook you up.
Okay.
I think it's the best way to do it is just the straightforward one.
Are you going to buy him a hooker?
No! Never! I would never do anything like that. What are you talking about?
Hell yeah.
See. Star seems to be telling the truth. Tremon, they're totally intending to buy you a hooker. Fick seems to be telling the truth.
Ramon has no idea what a hooker is, and he's like, okay. Okay. I'm being bought something? Hell yeah. Okay.
Like, are you worried that I'm gonna stab you with hooks?
No. I mean, no, because then
Tremont,
you...
do you think it's a crochet thing? Does Tremont know about crochet?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Tremont absolutely knows about crochet.
So he assumes it's probably some sort of crochet tutorial?
Well, he's obviously buying something that hooks, or someone that hooks. So I'm not worried he's gonna stab me, at the very least.
Well, I'm definitely not gonna do that. Either way. I'm just gonna have one of them explain it to him.
Star just kind of starts wandering back. And it's just like, yeah, sorry about that. I just had to get the devourer out of my stomach. How about you?
The what?
Did you guys eat any hot dogs?
No? You wait, no. We're gonna go back to the part where you said the devourer.
It's important. Did you eat any of the hot dogs?
No?
I had cake.
You might want to go. Well, actually, you're with the moon. You're probably fine. Telmon?
I had some cake. I could not say no to Clonker. Did you see his face?
Yeah, you might want to go vomit in a corner somewhere.
No, yes, fine. It's not like the only thing I've had to eat in fucking 5 days.
Well, I mean, apparently, according to you, you don't need to. You need whatever the fuck, dreams, I think it was?
I mean, yes, I do need to eat dreams, yes. But it is... Do you have any idea how hard it is to source a good dream nowadays? I mean, blood is kind of sating, you know? It is, stopgap solution. But I do need some... Next time someone goes to... Next time we fight someone, I may have to put someone to sleep and eat their dreams. It is... hungry, you know? Okay,
Do you
sorry.
want to read my dreams? Is this something we could help you with?
I mean, I do not know. You see, it has been. I do not remember the last time I fed on a person's dream because it was so it was so long ago. The last time I actually sated this hunger, it was through the help of a kind goddess who I met in the astral plane, who was just passing by on her way to something else important, I assume. So,
Okay.
I mean, if you wouldn't mind, we could test it. I mean, I do not know of side effects. I do know I will likely show up in your dream, if you don't mind that.
I consent to that if that'll help you, my friend.
Oh, thank you so much. Sorry, I am sorry. It is so good. You see, when I have not been eating properly, I get a little irritable, and I do not want to be taking out my upsetness on the party. So if you do not mind, when you sleep, I would be honored to eat your dreams.
I will allow that. I wonder if there's any way I could probably kill two birds with one stone with this. I don't think I could just make that kind of dream happen.
Well, once we're in there, it's a bit easier to control, right? But after I kind of show up in your dream ends rather quickly because I am kind of siphoning off some sort of mental energy.
That, at least you're admitting it.
Uh,
And if
well,
it'll
I,
keep you from being irritable, I like that.
Well, I am thankful. I always want to make sure people are aware of what my friends or people who I pay for a service are aware of the side effects that could come from me eating dreams. I do not want to do such a thing without consent to someone who is not an enemy. If it is an enemy and they attack us, I am complete. I absolutely will put them to sleep and eat their dreams. But only if
Don't
they're
worry
enemy.
about that. I'll just pay a little extra to make sure she's okay with it.
All right.
Some people are into that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure they've all seen it before.
No. Okay.
All right. We're gonna take a 10-minute break here.
You need to go fill fit in.
I need to go get a drink.
Oh, I should go get a drink too. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I should go get something. Back in 10.
I could go toke.
And here I am.
All right. Well, I am back.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Star just casually. I had to get the devourer out of my stomach. Did y'all eat anything?
Just impact. Hello. How do I just impact everyone at the fucking same time just with this information? Yeah, right now seems good.
I'm back. I'm glad we've done this to Sam.
And you and a nat 20. It's always you.
Yeah, it's always him with the fucking moon, isn't it?
Man, I really dislike the moon. The moon, meanwhile, hiya.
That guy, I am their #1 fan, says the moon.
So I feel like I've missed something.
So, Tremon's last wizard, tried to
Jeffrey Carcadian, purveyor of the arcane. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, right. The intelligence potion.
Yeah. Well, no, that was Yamble, I think.
Yeah, that was Yamble, but still, that was like session 1 of that
Yeah.
character.
Fucking popped a potion of intelligence, made themselves psionic, and the moon went, "You're new."
Wait, did he just talk to the moon again?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weatherboy?
But
My
then,
answer, yes.
but then his second character decided, I'm gonna put some Devourer into where my spine connects to my brain and rehabilitate the.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
now,
actually remember that now, yeah.
and now,
Is this like a campaign between ours and that?
No,
No, that was the campaign.
that was Jeffrey. Dumbass had a devourer plugged into his brain.
Oh, right. Forgot about that.
and now with his Nat 20, he's found someone else to talk to.
Woo!
Who knows?
What's going on?
Maybe he hallucinated. You guys don't know.
For all I know, maybe Jeffrey succeeded in rehabilitating the Devourer. You know me.
All I know is that bro needs some dick.
What? This is a weird conversation to walk into.
Hookers,
End blow. Oh my god.
perhaps. If the circumstances align.
Apparently, one of the people who works for me tried to go to work today. I'm gonna have to deal with the security issue because they tried to get into a secured floor.
Remember, I am recording.
Yep.
Just making sure.
Yep. I'm leaving it vague.
Okay. Just for safety.
Were they one of the
I'm
ones
going
you
to
had
have
to fire?
be mad at him without laughing at him because, dude, what did you get up and go to work for?
Sucks. On so many different levels.
Right?
Anyhoozle, what's the next step going on here?
We're still
Oh,
on break
come on,
for about 4 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, let's just talk about what's going on, how things are going. You know, some people are gonna have to throw up soon. Luckily, prestidigitation can make you smell something real rank, so that's kind of easy to do.
I'm currently dealing with my dog being a giant sulk because I will not allow him in my lap.
He is not a lap dog.
I mean, could you please explain that to him?
All dogs are lap dogs. I don't know what you're talking about. Doesn't matter how big they get, they will try and crawl into your lap.
There is truth to that, but specifically this dog is like 75 pounds
Mm-hmm.
on a good day.
So what I'm hearing is that you're a coward. Sorry.
I'm only 5'2".
Which surprised the heck out of me when I realized that.
What?
See, I can say that because I'm not within arm's reach, so she can't beat me up.
Oh yeah. Also, we level up. We level up soon. Sorry, I'm excited about that. Oh yeah, next level I actually get my arcane tradition.
Mm-hmm.
I actually become a chronergy wizard. Hell yeah.
Sick.
You and that nat 20.
That wasn't ominous at all.
What? Oh no, don't worry about it. Nothing bad is happening. Nothing strange is happening. I wouldn't worry about anything anymore.
Hold on a minute.
That sounds an awful lot like my boss before we laid off 70 people.
What, they just said hold on a moment?
No, the everything is fine. Don't worry about anything.
There we go.
And the giggling.
Yeah, don't worry. Star's excited too. Ow.
You hit over the head with a guitar.
Oh no, he gets his gun. Master has given Dobby a Glock.
Oh, man.
Hold on a minute.
Campaign where other people have history in some ways is good because then I don't have the existential dread when certain things come up. But then other times it makes me very nervous because I don't know things.
It's okay. Most of the things are irrelevant now.
Alright, we're back. So, you guys are all standing at the edge of the cliff looking down into this kind of ravine. Finn is nowhere to be seen. Star puked and then came back and said something about, hey, I just picked up some Devour. Did y'all eat any hot dogs?
I ate some cake. Is it problem?
Probably Devour. You might want to go vomit.
Okay.
I hope Finn didn't eat anything. Oh, wait, I think they ate a hot dog. Well, hopefully they're fine.
No, you don't
Okay,
need to
I'm
roll
going
for it,
to need
Tremont.
some more context on this. I was hoping I could pick it up with context clues, but I am missing something here. Why are we vomiting up anything we ate while we were there?
Oh, because I'm 99% certain at this point that the amulet is just a devourer channeler of some kind. Not quite sure of the exact details. But, the gray men?
In any case, we have eaten what is essentially silt. I'm not sure what that will do to our
Yeah,
intestines.
long story short, you might want to get the dust out of your stomach if you've eaten anything from the, well, you're probably fine. Probably.
Vic sneezes and suddenly looks like Star.
Still probably fine.
Successful, Tremont. There is a bit of silver in there. Wet metal. But it doesn't hurt coming up. No more than puking normally would.
You okay, Tremont?
I'm fine. Good. What is the problem?
The problem is you're
See?
making sounds like you're not good, and I'm worried about you, so I'm checking on you, buddy.
I just threw up. Of course, I'm not perfect. Ugh. Always hate throwing up. Ugh.
Yeah, it
Makes
gives you...
your throat-
And you
surprised you didn't.
specifically...
Vomited?
You specifically, it gives you a weird pressure in your eye teeth, like the teeth that you'd use for the draining. It's really awkward.
So I drank some blood. I drank some blood in there. Does it like reverse and come out of my draining teeth?
Nope.
It's not really blood. Okay, good. Oh wait, it's in my blood. Ooh.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about the fact that you drank dust blood.
I mean, I wasn't going to say anything and remind him.
Well, I mean, it's inactive, so you're probably fine. Not sure how much nanomachines in your blood is going to help you or hinder you, but you do you, fam.
It is my blood. It is under my control. I am not worried about it. They
I'm
cannot have
actually
it.
worried it's not yours anymore. But
it's
anyways, we should probably. Should we just set up camp here and see if Finn shows up? Because we've
He's
just
not
been
like-
kind of standing here for at least a few minutes now.
Good rest. I mean, I'm a little tired, and Tremont, you said you want to try eating my. Tremont, when you eat my dreams, do you have the knowledge from my dreams? Like,
Oh, I show up there. I show up. I say hello.
do you remember it after?
It's been so long. I'm not quite sure. This is an experiment. We will find out together.
Well,
Do
you
not
guys
worry.
can go to bed first. It's fine.
Do
Me and
not worry.
Fable can watch, I suppose.
Do not worry. I promise the contents of your dream will not be shared with others. It would be such a rude thing for me to do if I were to share it with someone else.
Yes, but I'm hoping that you might get some information from the dream that I don't have. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, because you have hard time remembering your dreams, you're hoping I will remember your dreams.
Yes.
Oh, well, we will find out.
Exciting. Or terrifying. Or both.
Hmm.
All right, so you're setting up camp here?
I don't think I want to be French again.
In these lands, it's French,
These were a
actually.
different color when I was French, and I did not like it. Do your kidneys change color when you change languages too? Or is that just me?
I do not know. I have never. Well, let me check. Actually, I should not. You know what? It is fine. I do not know
You
what
just
I'm
not
saying.
know the color of your kidneys? Like, is it a thing you would have to actually physically check?
I mean, I know they're a reddish color. I think might be a bit pink.
You're right.
Oh,
All right.
Fable, what are you doing while they're talking?
Dying, apparently.
Hi. Sorry, I zoned out. I am. Well, the last thing Fable does was trying to get Traum and a hooker.
We are nowhere even remotely close to civilization.
Okay. Sorry, to be honest, I was in the midst of doing other things at the moment. What
Not a
just
problem.
happened?
We can come back to you at a later time. You were just really
Okay, yeah,
quiet.
sorry, I apologize.
You were just really quiet, so I was like, what are you doing?
No, I was elsewhere. I apologize.
All good.
In case you're curious, we've just set up camp at the side of the ravine. We are essentially 3 days away from any town whatsoever. We're just waiting for Finn to show up and or to find out information about Finn.
Okay. In that case, I am. Oh, right. That was what I was gonna. I am choosing not to throw up and just wanting to see what happens.
All right.
Letting it ride.
Mhm.
I respect that. Okay.
Because I enjoy the idea of being closer to the moon.
Double thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that was the moon. Probably not.
So Fick kind of lays down and thinks really hard about the familiar shapeshifter who she didn't really get a chance to talk to because, you know, Panic
You-
at the Disco's, you know,
Yeah.
bad cousin, chaos at the children's party.
You did get to spend a little bit of time because you specifically set out to sit there and talk with them, which is why you were a little bit late to the party later on. The party being the group of you guys.
If I'm being honest to who Fick is at this point, she wouldn't really have asked them anything of note
she would
because that
probably
wouldn't have been of enough time.
she probably would have been interested in the stories they were saying, as well as the fact that they could change what they looked like.
Yes. Very much, but didn't get to ask them anything like, are there others kind of bullshit.
Yeah. Alright, so
Also, now my other dog is trying to be a 75-pound lap dog. Puppies, no!
Who is taking first watch?
Will.
Okay, who's taking second watch?
Tremont will.
Okay.
Tremont will try and get Star's help with his watch because Tremont needs to eat dreams for a few minutes. So he just wants,
Okay.
because Star does not sleep.
Mm-hmm.
How many watches are you taking? I'm assuming like 4 or something? 4 or 5? 3?
There are 4 of us, and is Star going to be awake and on watch for all of them, or is Star just going to be like on watch for one of his watches and then just like doing stuff for the rest of it?
For the first watch, Star will be doing something specific, but after that it'll be just constantly paying attention
Okay.
So-
to an extent.
So,
Yeah, probably 3 watches then, with the 3 of us each waking up to be on watch with Star for a bit.
alright. Okay. The first watch. Star. I heard the enter key go off. Alright. I need you to roll me a spell attack. You want to get like a 25. I'm sorry, you picked a difficult thing. Oh, so close.
I'm gonna do the past knowledge. Because it's a d20 roll, so I can add a d6.
All right. Do you want to do this here, or do you want to drop down a chat?
Probably drop down.
Okay. See you guys soon.
Oh, it's time for everyone to level up. Don't forget that. It's
Yes.
level 2.
You
Did I go too
also
quickly?
no. You also do get to level up. Don't forget that.
Okay.
All right. So you're sitting there. Describe how you're going about trying to ping the moon.
Well, judging by the previous days of whatever, I've been kind of just sitting there waiting as per the normal, like the other times. Expecting the usual, where as long as I am essentially just sitting there in the general position of literally just the regular, like what you'd expect, the knees, prayer, whatever, just kind of in a in general, but like out in the open. Now that Star has a guideline to what they're trying to contact, because they've realized now, thanks to Fable just casually informing them that the name of the moon is fucking the same name that they know, they will be looking up directly towards the moon.
Okay. The night is quiet. Mostly because there isn't anything left to make noise. There isn't really much in the way of wind either, which does bother you on some level. And as you're staring up at that glorious floating wreck that's illuminated by, it looks like, light coming from Liestar itself. So it looks pretty full. You can see where chunks are missing. You look and you trace the path of wreckage up over the dome, back towards what you presume is the ass end of the ship. And you look back and you follow it towards the moon again. and you feel like static, like a hum, like a vibration in the air. And it's almost like you are sitting in a focused moonbeam, where everything around you looks just a little darker, but you are in a patch of light. Not blindingly bright, dim light, enough illumination to see by. There are no words, but there is a sense of attention. Star, are you muted? Did you die?
Oh no, sorry. You said like there's a sense of attention. Okay, a sense of attention. Like okay. I didn't realize that you were waiting for me to say something.
Yeah,
My apologies.
Moon is waiting on you. You hailed the moon. The moon's like,
Fair enough. Hello?
the sensation of attention focuses, and there is an undercurrent of exhaustion. But it's paying attention. It's listening.
Are you okay?
No.
You need me to help?
Yes.
Where?
There's a sensation of unease. No verbal answer.
Okay, I'll try my best.
There's reassurance. The ghost of a feeling of a hand cupping your face, and another patting your head lightly. It's comforting. It's reassuring.
Please stay safe.
Always.
And now that Star has reconfirmed everything that she has needed for the past roughly 2.5 months that I was flying. Hold up, I need to reread that. It's been a hot minute. Where the heck did I put it? Oh god. Let's just say, however long they were floating through space with no answer of whether they were supposed to be here or not, whether they were in actually just the straight up right place or not, they finally, having received at least some sort of confirmation that they are in the correct place, have calmed down to a reasonable degree, and just, I guess, a new found sense of determination towards working towards solving what they assumed is the problems of the moon.
Before there's any kind of disconnect, while the hand feels like it's patting your head, you get a sense of curiosity, mild concern, and are you okay?
I'm just writing that down. Sorry.
They're doing rollies, I'm pretty sure.
Huh?
I think they're doing rollies or something with D8s.
Rollies?
Oh no, they're doing their hit points. Okay.
Yeah, they're hit points. Yeah, the Tramon got a 2,
Got a
Fit got a 3, and I got a 6.
Beautiful. Anyways, sorry,
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, police car just going past my house. Just making sure it's actually going past. Okay, we're good. I don't know if it was right outside of my house. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
But no. I'm doing okay. I just am concerned that There's like a fairy that may or may not be just casually saying it's following you and might end up getting a lot of trouble my way. But it's okay. I'll figure it out.
If it gets too dangerous, use them.
That's what I was thinking.
Have you learned anything about souls yet?
Nothing specific, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. Keep working on it. I know you will succeed. You
Thank you.
you would never disappoint me.
I'll try my best.
Good child. And the hand pats your head again.
Star is happy. Nothing specific. Usually Star is on guard, trying to figure out a way around whatever the people are saying, a way to specifically not lie even once to the people without actively telling them the truth. Because the thing that Star has been doing is realizing that by not lying even once in the future, if they were under for example, the concept of a zone of truth, which they, as a cleric, know exists, they could casually just state that they have never lied once to these people, and they would get a confirmation.
It's true.
And has basically been essentially undercurrent scheming against pretty much every single person that has been communicating with them, including their party members. But in front of the moon, there's basically no other underlying thoughts, just calm.
Nobody's got you like the moon's got you.
Exactly. Just content.
Alright, do you have anything else you would like to ask the moon?
Nothing. I mean, I guess, yeah.
You did beat the 25, so...
Huh?
You did beat the 25, so...
Fair. Did the devourer dust that I ate, is that gonna cause any problems?
I would never let them hurt you.
Oh, the devourers might hurt me?
I would never let them.
It's okay. Even if you wanted them to hurt me, I would understand. I probably did something bad then.
Good child. Smart child. Wise child.
I just don't want to ruin anything that you have set up, and I don't know if the eating it would end up they might think I'm one or something.
No.
Okay.
You feel the connection beginning to fade, but you have enough time for one more
Okay.
question.
Is there a way I can contact you again? But easier?
I'm afraid the problems are on my end. I'm very, very badly injured.
I'll continue to work towards finding out a way to repair. And souls, that too.
Kind child. Lovely child. More head pats.
Yay.
And the connection begins to fray. Then it fades.
I let it, naturally, yes.
Alright. Back up to doomed folks.
It's more fun when you're useful.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, first watch has ended. Who is on second again?
That would be Tremon. He's going to eat dreams.
Alright.
While I watch over Traumon so he doesn't get fucking obliterated
It's true.
by spooky ghosts. TM.
Alright. Fick,
Yeah.
would you like to describe whatever dream it is that Tremont shows up in, or would you like me to?
I would like you to.
Okay. Do you guys want me to do this here? Or do you want me to
No,
pull...
let's drop down.
Okay, I would be pulling Tremont specifically down. You're dreaming. You're not going to remember any of this. He's eating it.
Cool.
Snack time.
Snack time. All right. Okay. Describe to me how this works for your character. I have my own ideas, but I want to know your take on it.
So, my idea is I kind of go to the head of their bed and kind of put both hands on the sides of their head while kind of like staring down at them in almost a menacing way, and my eyes would kind of start glowing in this neon pinkish way because, as I said, my eyes are pink because my mother is a succubus. So what other people would see is I'm staring down at someone like I'm holding their head with both hands, staring down at them, and my mouth opens and I kind of breathe in, and a kind of silvery sparkling light kind of comes out of their orifices and enters my mouth.
All right.
Does that work?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It has been so long since you last ate a dream. You're not used to the rush of vitality it gives you, to the strength. That gnawing hunger that scratches at the back of your mind. After so long, there's something almost feral about it. When you finally indulge it, you loosen your grip on it just a little. You let it slip the lead. It's rough. At one point, you were consistently feeding on dreams enough that you were able to take your time to savor it. But right now, you are starved. So you don't get perhaps as clear a picture as you normally would have. I need you to make me a general intelligence check.
Okay.
With disadvantage because you are starved.
That makes sense. Okay, so I'll quickly roll the 2d20. So that's a 7, okay. Plus 4. So 11.
11. Alright. You get flashes of somewhere bright, somewhere dark. Hallways that twist, that turn. And a flash of a face. Kind of startles you a little bit, because this face has features that are malformed. They're not... Like when you look at a baby while it's a fetus, and the face isn't quite done yet. But there's no fear or pain attached to this face. There is love. This is someone about the same height as whoever's, someone the same height as Fick whenever they were, conversing with this individual. And there is laughter that kind of catches in your ears. It's the giddy laughter of children as you run and they run, hand in hand. You're not sure if you're playing a game. You're not sure if you're being chased. But you pass dark place to light place to dark place again. The details are blurred and just going by so quickly. You enter another light place. It seems to be the last one that you really catch a glimpse of. And there are plants. This is a garden of some kind. Inside it's probably some kind of massive 2-story greenhouse. And there are vines of berries that glow and hang from the ceiling. There are a cat sitting right next to me, pawing at my ass, trying to get up onto the chair. As my roommate laughs in the background. There are plants with giant leaves with these clusters of prismatic bananas, they almost look like, hanging in clusters around them. A lot of these plants, you just know, have a glow to them in the dark. Light tracing along veins in the leaves and along stems that aren't visible right now when all the lights are on. But you feel safe here. There's other figures, taller, but you were just too hungry. You couldn't catch any information about them. No more than glimpses, shadows, vague shapes. And that's what you get.
Perfect. Well, I think that's good enough to sate her curiosity as well. Because luckily, wizard, I can prestidigitate kind of what I saw.
Yeah.
So I can kind of give it, and I can just say like, oh, might have to do it again. It's all good. Although I do have to say, this is gonna sound strange, but I feel as though eating someone's dreams should have a demerit for them.
Oh, don't worry.
And okay, you figured that out?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
I've been waiting for
sure,
this.
Because I was thinking of it because we've all played Baldur's Gate 3. We all
yeah.
know what happens when you let Astarion have a little bit of a nibble. So I was just making sure because it sounds weird to say I want to make something my character has to do be detrimental, but that's kind of par for the course. I just
Look,
wanted to make sure that
your mom's a succubus, your dad's a vampire. There will be repercussions. All right.
And honestly, I've probably forgotten at this point because I am hungry.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the few things I've forgotten. Like just I do not remember.
Yeah. It's been so long. Let's go up.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Ta-da.
Also, the thing about your cat nearly ended up in my notes, by the way.
What did?
So, midway through describing the bits and
I was
pieces,
given,
yeah, Yoru decided, hey, uppies? And I petted him a little bit and he's gone now. Alright.
Also,
Fick.
Star, to describe...
Okay.
Can I just quickly
Yeah,
describe what
go
Star
for it.
sees when I'm doing
100%.
this? So, Star, you see Tremon kind of stand up and go over to Fick and kind of sit down cross-legged, like, at her head, and then put both hands on the side of her head. And there's an almost ominous kind of glow from Tremon's strangely pink eyes as a silvery light emanates from Fick's facial orifices and enters Tremon's mouth.
Nice, nice.
Curved facial orifices? Because I don't like that.
It's all the holes in your head.
I know. Can we just say from her head as opposed to specifying the orifice?
Facial orifices.
The mouth and the
I think it's
sphincter are actually
horrifying.
quite close.
It's okay, you don't have to worry about this. You're not seeing this yet.
Yeah, Fick. I need you to make me a Constitution save.
Oh, I'm not good at these.
So apologies, but Tremon may have forgotten some of the side effects of eating dreams.
Oh no, that's a nat
Wow,
one!
D20. Got
Do
a
you
nat
have
one.
inspiration? Because wait a minute. Oh wait, no, I can't see this. I thought I'm level 2. I might be able to do something about this as a wizard now. Does it work on? Oh, it works on saving throw.
What?
So, no, I'm a level 2 wizard now, and I have a feature called Chronal Shift. As a reaction, after you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an attack, roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can force the creature to reroll.
I will allow you to do this because as you're watching, you have fed. You are sated. This is... Oh, you haven't felt this this calm and content in a very long time, you notice Fick looks pale. They look unhealthy. They look like this is taking a lot out of them.
I will. Yeah, so I see this happening, and yeah, chronal shift. Because it's fun because you can use it after you see someone fail. So in my brain, I see it more of like I see into the future a little bit, and I turn that back.
All right.
Hold on. That's 20 dirty.
Good, because the nat 1 was gonna be nasty. Alright. Whereas before, Fick, you were going to wake up with 2 levels of exhaustion, now you just wake up feeling a little bit hungover.
Okay.
Oh, 2 levels of exhaustion, damn. That's 2 sevenths towards death.
It would have been 1, but then they got a nat 1. That's a critical failure.
Yeah, you both just... I'm assuming Fick gets up as well because of the sudden reeling
No,
whatever
Fick,
from the dreams? No? Okay,
Fick will
is still
sleep.
sleeping.
Unless Fick wants specifically to wake up.
Nope.
Okay. Traman, you turn around to see Star just kind of looking at you both concerned. This just casually strewn out on the ground, and 10 rifle bullets just casually in the middle of the circle. You clearly see that it has finished a while ago, but Star has just been staring at whatever the fuck has been happening in front of their eyes, just like, what?
You see Tremont stand up from his sitting position, and he stretches, and his whole body seems to crack. Like you hear that crackling of someone who hasn't moved in a while as they move their whole body, and just cracks come from every part of their body they move. Oh, it is so much better. Okay, I can finally rest in peace after my watch,
Okay.
and by that I mean sleep. Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay. And he's just like stretching this whole time and just like, she should be fine in the morning, I think. Depends on how she reacts. Ugh.
Well, for a moment there, it looked really, really bad, but
Oh
now
yes,
it's fine.
Oh yes, no, it was going to go very bad. Do not worry. I made small change.
Oh yeah, no, it looks better now.
Oh, what a great day. By the way, what's up with the magic circle?
Well,
Do I want to know?
I mean, if you want, I could just make things out of metal. Into
Sure.
metal. Well, mostly metal. I've been struggling with it for a while, but oh yeah, you were asleep. So, yeah, I just took a little bit of time, and if you remember how the moon or whatever is apparently getting up according to Fable, essentially coming back. Well, I remember them saying that the moon was kind of was making it. I think it was something along the lines of prevent or allowing people to talk to their gods and stuff like that. Basically, that the moment the moon stopped, they weren't really able to contact anything else. And it took me a little bit, but I managed to contact my god, so that's good.
Yes, this is very good.
So yeah, you can contact gods at least now. Well, at least my god. I don't know if all gods. So yeah, while we were talking,
I mean, yeah, it sure seems like you can contact a lot of higher beings.
oh, you contacted one too?
Yeah, they seemed nice. They said I reminded them of someone.
Oh,
Yes, they said I reminded them of a wizard who really liked spiders and was rather kind.
huh. Did
Then
you
we're
get
going
their
to-
name?
No, they did. They said they did not remember the name. They asked me to put them back together.
Huh.
Sorry, was
I
that
thought
the
I-
dream that you... Are you talking about the dream that Fick had?
No, this was earlier. I plan on telling you about your dream in the morning when you wake up.
Okay.
I said I wouldn't share it with anyone else. Don't worry.
Okay, perfect.
You're going to put them back together.
I said if I could and if it doesn't cause any problems. So, it's kind of like a soft yeah, when you say you will do something and you think
Non-committal.
yes, non-committal, yeah. Like I will if it doesn't seem like it will cause any problems.
Fair. Well, aside from that, I mean, not too much really happened while you were eating the dream, but we are going to have a talk now, because I just realized that I'm probably the only one that is actually going to explain to you what a hooker is, on the very minimal and just we're gonna get. It's colloquially referred to as the birds and the bees. I don't know why.
The Hawks and the
I never
Hornets is
Not
the
gonna
advanced
do sex
version.
talk.
No. Let him experience it firsthand.
Ah, you're sleeping.
It's the
I
best.
refuse to elaborate what I explain as the concept of sex.
You are supposed to do what to that? What on their face?
I mean, with your mouth, yes, but that's optional from what I'm to understand. To be fair, I have no actual, that I know of, experience with that either, so.
That's kind of why I'm just imagining like person who doesn't quite know about sex explains what sex is.
Unfortunately, more than they should, less than they do than they should. I don't know how to explain it. At the very least, they know what a hooker is. And probably the generic details of the action. As for anything weird, I would have to. I refuse to elaborate.
Don't need to. Alright, who's
Yeah.
on third watch again?
I believe
Me.
that was Fick.
Alright. Vic, you doing anything for your watch?
Get up and go, oh my god, I feel like ass.
Well, I mean, it did look like you were almost dying for a while there, but I mean, Haman got a good meal out of it and did something to unscrew up whatever was happening with you, so I mean, that's all good.
She looks at Tremont. Did it work?
He's asleep.
Oh god.
From what I'm to understand, yes, very much so. Refused to tell me anything about it, though, although I didn't really ask. Also, oh, hello, sorry.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, you can apparently contact the gods now.
I don't want
So-
to.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, I'm very confused.
You're very asleep.
Hmm?
You're very asleep.
Oh, never mind.
Man, Mansell, you're so rude.
Yeah.
SMH my head.
My feelings.
SMH my head.
So I just sit up and hold my
God
head and
damn
try to get through my shift.
Alright.
My watch, not my shift.
I mean,
Also my
same
ship.
thing.
Yep.
Nothing happens. Fable, I'm assuming you are last on watch.
Yes.
Alright.
I
What do you
wake
do?
up, Fable. It's your turn. I'm going back to sleep.
Okay. And I begrudgingly get up. And I'm just gonna be just playing a little diddle.
This is for me, don't worry. Great.
Oh.
It is no longer just for you, Star. You know the rules.
Yeah. So, I guess I'll ask this question because you'll have to ask yourself this.
Fable, make me an Arcana check.
Me? Okay.
Arcana. Not very good.
Okay.
Okay. You see Star over by what looks to be I posted the circle in domed dudes or dome dudes, also domed, get domed, shit ass. But
You see the theme I was going with.
yeah. And what languages do you know?
Sorry, so
Well,
back up.
I'll ask this instead. Do you know Draconic?
No.
Okay. Star is just writing roughly about like 3 or 4 paragraphs, just casually into the dirt beside the circle, and then crossing off 1 or 2 every so often and rewriting it, and kind of just fiddling with the weird circle on the ground. There's 10. How much do you know about technology?
As much as the stories tell me.
You know... Oh, think of it this way. You have essentially read some sci-fi books.
Okay.
Fair.
I know it.
Do you understand the concept of a bullet?
Yes, I would, most likely.
Very good. Then there are 10 bullets just casually in the middle of the circle, just like not stacked on top of each other, but like perfectly standing up straight. As Stars just fiddling with the circle every so often, just kind of muttering to themselves.
I would like to sneak up behind him.
You may certainly try. Make a stealth.
Oh.
Star, you are still actively on watch. You know what? Never mind. That is a 7. Yeah, you see them.
Yeah.
I ignore them for now because I'm paying attention to the essentially calculations of how this is supposed to work in my head, but I am paying enough attention that I notice that they are behind me for some reason.
I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna look at what they're doing. I'm gonna look at the bullets. And then I'm gonna take one away and ask him, so what does that do to your calculations?
Nothing? I'm trying to make, so I can make the bullets, but I can't make the actual thing that's supposed to fire it right now. I'm just having a little bit of issues with that. But I think I'll have it figured out by next time we, rest.
I see.
That's
What are you
the
stuck-
success. Sorry?
What are you stuck on?
Oh, this symbol and this symbol here, usually they're meant to represent the, essentially, flame inside of the furnace, and then this one is meant to be just the hammer, but for whatever reason I can't seem to remember which one goes where. And I mean, it worked out for this, but I have to get it just right for the other one because it's got a little bit more complexity.
Have you tried the hammer in the furnace?
That no, that wouldn't, I mean, that would make another symbol, and I don't know what that would do.
Why don't you try it?
I might, but I don't want to. I just feel like it'd be a lot of, like, I don't know, hubbubble. Because, I mean, I was taught all of these symbols. I mean, I guess I could improvise on that. I might think about that later, but I feel like doing that would end up trying to make it automated, and that might not go well.
How do you use magic again?
My god?
Ah, then why all this?
Well, see, my god gives me most of the knowledge that I need and the ability to use it, but doesn't just casually, like, I can't just casually channel it through. I mean, I probably could, but I feel like that's kind of being, you know, like, just taking, not giving, is the best way for me to put it.
I see. I see.
It's just the way I like to do things.
Understood.
Plus, I mean, I don't actually know how to do this without the circle. That too. Because, I mean, I can cast my magic regularly. This is, I can't do this more than, like, I'd say, like, once a day, roughly.
I see. It's one of the more complicated ones then.
Yeah, I think I could eventually simplify it, but I don't know, it almost feels like it drains something other than my usual magic, so I kind of don't mess with it too much.
Ah, fair.
I'll be honest, this is the first time it's worked, so I'm just kind of double checking that I did everything correctly before I go on to bigger things.
Understood.
I mean, in theory, eventually I could get something like a railgun, but that won't happen for a while now.
Ah. I heard once you could do that if you get a bunch of people in a big line, but never heard anybody doing it.
Yeah, I heard that was banned by the actual laws of the universe. Like somebody straight up just said no.
Peasant railgun.
Anyways, I'll leave you to it. It looks like you're concentrating, so I'll go
Yeah,
back to...
can I have the bullet back?
Yeah.
And I flick it to him.
Star grabs it, double checks the count of the bullets in the circle.
They're all
Puts
there.
them in. Yeah, puts them in her bag and continues.
And I go back to my watch.
All right. The night passes otherwise uneventfully.
All right.
Y'all wake up refreshed, a little hungover in one of you's cases, but otherwise all right. And we have 8 minutes before I intended to put a halt on the session. So I don't know, 8 minutes of freestyle, and I don't give a shit.
There, I fire a crossbow bolt into the nearest party member. No, I'm just kidding.
My head hurts.
You good?
Why does the light hurt?
So, I would like to apologize. I had forgotten a side effect of me consuming a dream.
Is it feeling like I just had a giant party?
It fatigues the mind in different ways. In your case, it was going to be major, but I changed the thing and it became minor. In the minor cases, it seems that you will end up a bit hungover. You will be feeling uncomfortable. It is essentially the effect of, as I said, being hungover. In worst cases, you would be bedridden for a few days. Well, you wouldn't have to be, but you wouldn't want to get out of bed for a few days.
I don't want to get out of bed for a few days now.
What I more mean is that your body will. You see, the mind is a powerful thing. When the mind thinks something, the body reflects it. Your mind will think that you are physically exhausted. Therefore, your body will be physically exhausted. So, in any case, I apologize, but I will make sure to tell other people this. It has been so long since I had last eaten as such, and I had forgotten. So I would just like to apologize because I did not remember that this would occur. But I do have news.
Your apology.
But I do have some news. I do remember your dreams. However, it had been so long since I had eaten that I lost a bit of control on how fast I was going through it. But I do remember some things. If we do this again, I may be able to get more information, but that is for future. But for now, here is what I have. And he kind of you see Tremont just kind of think to himself, and he starts moving his hand. He starts progitating. So the first thing I got was this face, and he shows you a kind of malformed face. Its eyes are not. Its eyes and it. Although the face is malformed, it does not have an expression of anger or anything. It has an expression of love, and of love. And I said, I saw this at first, and it seemed as though it was a face that knew you and that loved you. It is kind of like it is unfinished. Yes, like it is not quite done. The face, like it is growing.
That makes sense.
Then there was this. Wait, can prestidigitation make noise? I forget.
I saw faint musical melodies, so
Yeah.
I believe so.
I'll let it
faint
slide.
notes.
Yeah.
I kind of prestidigitate, and then I had this, and I prestidigitate what I remember of like giddy children laughing. Children laughing, and then then the memory kind of ran through multiple places that were light and dark, then light and dark, then light and dark. It as if just shifting through places and such. Although then we ended up, the last thing was that a greenhouse. It was a two-story greenhouse. There were glowing berries such as this, and I prestidigitate what I remember
Minecraft
seeing of glowing
glowberries.
berries, and also plants with humongous leaves, and I also show like like prismatic bananas. I personally say
These are the
that is
bananas
epic.
from Endwalk. Oh, sorry, these are the bananas from Dawn Trail in the. I think it's the Jatika, or no, the. There's a zone where there's the lizard people and they live in the forest that's really thick and dark, and these are the bananas that they grow. So these are actual things.
Like glowing bananas of sorts, and I did not see any other people though. All I kind of got was that you are going through different places, a garden, a greenhouse with glowing berries and glowing bananas, and that one face I got, and you were holding hands with another child actually, and that you were running through these places of light and dark, holding their hands. Although I could not get a sense of whether or not you were running as if you were having fun or running as if you were running from something. But that is that useful? That is what I got.
I mean, it's not useless.
Not
At
a
least
big-
I wasn't dreaming about like happy frogs having a tea party with, you know, steak.
Maybe next time. Yes. Next time I may get more. Next time I will not be as hungry. If you wish to do this again, if you do not, I completely understand.
How was it for you to have food?
Oh, sorry.
How good was it for you to actually have a meal? Like how
I
much better?
feel. You have no idea. So do you know that when you haven't eaten for a while, you kind of grow numb to that feeling of emptiness inside you. You know it is there, but you accept it as part of yourself, and you do not remember it is there until it is full again.
Yes.
Like that. It feels as though a hole I had within myself that I had been ignoring up until this point has finally been filled, at least a little. I feel so much more alive.
The
I'll probably
bananas.
do this again because I don't like it when you're that hungry.
Sorry, what'd you say?
The bananas.
Blue.
Yeah, that was useful.
But yes, it was so nice to be able to sate such a hunger. I fear what happens when I go too long without it. I do not it is fine. But thank you.
And we'll do this again sometime. I promise.
Very good. Maybe next time I could eat Fable's dreams. I'm sure he has some very funky ones in there. Also, Fable, I have learned what sex is.
Oh, indeed. Well, if you come into my dreams, you'd probably learn a lot
You
more.
need more context on that, considering you did things to me while you were asleep.
It's okay, I watched.
Oh my god.
No, it is okay. Star taught me what the sex is.
Yeah.
They took a long time explaining it to me in depth. We were alone and we had time, so we thought, why not?
The visuals were the hardest part, to be honest.
When you said you were alone and had time, you mean you explained sex or you had sex?
What the hell? I don't think I'm even like supposed to do that right now. What where did you
Very
I
much
just
not. This is why I sound concerned.
do you not see the like 25 different drawings like just casually around the camp on the floor?
I can't open my eyes. I feel like I had an entire
I would have
barrel
thought you were
of
looking at the
ale.
ground rather than the sun, to be fair. But
There
I'm
is
gonna
no
go
sun.
vomit, and she goes and vomits.
One of the drawings is very helpfully labeled cowgirl.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
it is in fact just a girl wearing like what looks to be a cow like headband thing, and I do not seem to understand what the concept actually means. I just know of the word. There's a question mark beside it too and everything.
A reverse cowgirl is just the image reversed, so she's looking left instead of right.
Yeah.
Oh god.
The word. There's just a lot of like a lot of sex terms on the ground, but they are like they're not.
Half of them are related and are whatever, but half of them are very like like the literal term.
The word missionary, for some reason, just has a picture of Star because it's like, oh, he's a cleric.
The ones you can tell that the ones with the actual pictures have a question mark beside them because it's very clear that some of them we did not understand, but we knew of, or at least one of us knew of.
There's a picture of a wheelbarrow. Yeah.
Needs Finn.
No,
Yeah.
but there is a dog in particularly dapper outfit.
I think Fick going, oh god, we need Finn, is a good place for that the chaos
Yes,
to
that's
end.
a good spot. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for arriving. Thank you for having fun.
Yeah.
I will
Great
see
time
you in
as
2
always.
weeks.